The South African Revenue Service is increasingly scrutinizing cryptocurrency traders. This is happening through the tax agency's issuing of tax notices and clarifying exchange control regulations. And its first port of call is by obtaining information from cryptocurrency exchanges who are obliged to share certain information with financial regulators. SARS is on a mission to ensure that players in this space don't operate without recognizing that they have to pay their dues to the state in the course of their transactions. Well, to share more on this issue, I'm joined by Margaret Vermaak. She's a senior associate at Webber Wentzel. Thank you very much for joining us, Margaret. So the regulatory environment around crypto assets has taken time to evolve. So when did SARS start actively working to ensure that crypto players comply with tax law, and what measures are they employing to do this?
Thanks for having me. So it's fairly recent that we understand taxpayers have been receiving notices, and it's a well-known fact that SARS has broad powers to collect information from third parties, which now includes the current asset exchanges, and they can request transaction details such as whether an additional individual bought and sold crypto and whether or not they made any profits from it. And then this data can then be cross-referenced to a taxpayer's personal records to see, and to the extent there's a mismatch between where the profits were made but not declared, SARS may proceed to audit the individual and issue assessments.
So it's said that SARS is using artificial intelligence to root out crypto traders as well. How are they using this tool to catch those who don't want to be caught, and what are the possible penalties if found out?
So while the exact extent of SARS's use of AI remains unclear, AI offers significant potential enhancing efficiency. So in the past, you can just imagine analyzing information from third parties required substantial manpower to detect discrepancies. With AI, you can now process and analyze vast amounts of data much faster, allowing SARS to identify non-compliance more effectively. I think simply means that taxpayers need to be more vigilant about declaring their crypto transactions accurately, as AI could increase the risk and the likelihood of detection. In terms of penalties, there's a range between a 10% penalty up to 150+% penalty. So it all depends on the facts and circumstances of the case.
Very steep indeed. So what is it that crypto traders need to do to ensure that they comply with the law and avoid falling foul of the taxman?
So I think if today's conversation were to have a banner, be proactive would be it. I think crypto traders need to just stand back, ask themselves, have they traded in crypto? Have they made profits? Have they declared those profits to SARS? And if not, it's absolutely crucial to reach out to your tax advisor, because the Tax Administration Act provides various options to remedy non-compliance, such as the voluntary disclosure programs, which can be helpful to traders to avoid penalties and criminal charges. So proactively addressing these issues is key.
So when it comes to the issue of exchange controls, what is the Reserve Bank's position on trading in crypto, especially in relation to cross-border transactions?
So the South African exchange control regulations operate on a basis of complete prohibition unless explicitly permitted. Currently, individuals can externalize funds and invest in crypto assets offshore within their set allowances, but corporate entities are not permitted to do so. So the current position limits the ability of businesses and corporates to engage in cross-border crypto transactions, but individuals still have some flexibility under certain conditions.
All right, Margaret, thank you so much for those insights.